Mr. Crosby, it's clear from that report that many non-urgent patients are suffering as a result of this dispute. Why can't you do more to help them?
Well, you see, since the beginning of November, the ambulance crews in London have refused to move non-urgent patients that do not come within the union guidelines. Now, we have tried the best we can to move the patients that can travel in taxis and minibuses, and we do almost 1,000 of those patients a day. But unfortunately, it means that those patients who require to be carried or require to be wheeled in a wheelchair to the ambulance, we just haven't got the vehicles manned to deal with.
Given that you're in charge of a vital human service, why can't you use private ambulances?
Well, you see, we're already using private ambulances to move patients from hospitals that require ambulance transport. We are making use of the most facilities that we can get hold of, but it does mean, unfortunately, that the non-urgent patient that needs a stretcher-carrying vehicle or needs to be carried into an ambulance, we just haven't got the resources available to cope with while this dispute continues.
Mr. Crosby, there is obviously quite a lot of goodwill on both sides. You keep turning down arbitration. It was mentioned in that report, and by arbitration I mean ACAS and not the Whitley Council.
You've got to accept, Mr. Gardner, that I have no control at all over the negotiations. This isn't a dispute concerning the London Ambulance Service. It is a dispute concerning ambulance services nationally, and it has to be resolved nationally. And the decision on how it will be resolved is dealt with by the Whitley Council. And it would seem to me still the most sensible thing to do for both sides to sit round at the Whitley Council, both management and staff side, with the will to find the solution. And that, in my view, is still the best way to resolve this most damaging dispute.